Good day and Happy New Year. Welcome back to Sheldon's Gardening Tips, your complete DIY guide for everything lawn and garden care. Now, in this my first video for 2025, I'll be showing you the state of maturity of the flowers in my flowers beds. Now, most of the flowers in the beds are not yet fully mature, so they presently do not give a true indication of what the plants will actually look like at full maturity. So I'll be giving computer models of all the beds, which will show what the plants will look like when they are mature. Also, on a 3 monthly basis, I'll be giving updates whereby I will be making comparisons between what the beds look like 3 months prior to what they currently look like 3 months to what they look like 3 months later. So that will give an indication as to how the plants have matured on a 3 monthly basis. Now, at the end of the year, I'll also be giving a yearly or an end of year comparison, which will show how much the plants have matured over the course of the year. So if I just start with the flowers bed along the back fence line, I know in the past I did say to you that I'll be growing these clusia plants to the height of the fence and then have the wall totally green. Now, there's a slight change of plans. I will still have the wall looking green. However, what I plan to do is to plant the creeping figs along the back wall, having them spread out along the wall. I will also keep the clusias, but these will be grown to a height of about 4 feet tall. Interspersed between the clusias will be some red Thai plants. So between every 2 clusias will be a Thai plant. Now the Thai plant will grow to a height of about 5 foot, while the clusias will grow to a height of about 4 feet. Now towards each end of the back wall will be some Duranto Gold. I know you know from day one that Duranto Gold is one of my favorite plants. So I cannot do this fence line without doing some Duranto Golds. So I'll be sticking 4 Duranto Golds at each end of the back fence. Now these Duranto Golds will be grown at about 3 feet tall. So they'll be slightly shorter than the height of the clusias. And also behind the Duranto Golds will be the creeping figs. So all the creeping fig that was planted at the back fence were basically planted from cuttings taken from the side fence. So I pruned the side fence and then the cuttings, I just planted them at the back. Now the ones at the side fence, this is exactly how they were also planted. So I basically took cuttings from a location I visited. I came home and placed them in the ground and just applied plenty water for the first month or so, and then this is the result. So within the next month or two, these creeping figs at the back fence should be well advanced as well. This is a computer model of what the back fence will look like when the plants are fully mature. Now, if I take you to this section of my side fence, the theme is very similar to what I'll be using for the back fence. So at the start of the flowers bed will be a Ixura plant. So this is a large Ixura which will be grown maybe above the height of the fence. So the fence is about 6 feet, 6.5 feet tall. So this plant might grow as tall as 7 feet. Now again at the ends will be some Duranto gold, which will be grown to about 3 feet tall. Then some Clusias, which will be grown to about 4 feet tall. And then along the back wall will be some creeping figs, which will spread and cover the entire wall. So when these creeping figs are fully mature, you won't be able to see the wall anymore. What you'll be seeing, well, you'll be seeing a wall, but the wall will be completely green. So, as is the case with the back fence, interspersed between the Clusias will be some red Thai plants. Again, these Thai plants will be grown at a height which will be higher than the height of the Clusias, maybe to the height of the wall. Then towards the next end would be some Texas sage. So these will be grown at a height of 3 feet, which will be just below the height of the Clusias. Then there will be one desert rose and one huge Thai plant. So this Thai plant would be grown in a very nice bundle, and that will grow at a height of maybe 7 feet. Now, this is the computer model of what this flowers bed will look like once it's fully mature. Now, the flowers bed underneath the trees behind me, those are already at the state of maturity. So I won't be doing computer models to show what those would look like because they are already at the stage that they are mature. So generally these are what they will look like. Maybe from time to time I will be replacing a few plants, but as it stands at this moment, this is the plan I have for this section at this point in time. But when it comes to this flowers bed, some of the flowers are already close to maturity, like this calathea is quite close to being mature. However, the majority of the plants are not yet mature. So again, the theme will be the creeping fig on the back wall. Then I'll be having one lush, tall, red Thai plant at this end, followed by another desert rose. Then I'll be having this um, crown of thorns, followed by some impatiens, and the calathea beauty star as it's called in some quarters. There will also be another crown of thorns, some more impatiens, another Calathea beauty star, another impatiens, and another lush high plant. Also, there will be some Duranto gold at the front of the flowers bed, just to give it a bit of change of color. Now, this is the computer model of what this section of the flowers bed will look like. So moving over to this flowers bed, again, the wall will be green with creeping figs, red Thai plant, which will be grown higher than the fence, which will be very lush as well. Then we have these caladiums, which will be grown behind this Duranto gold. This is a light pink flowering bougainvillea plant. Then we have some Duranto gold with a monkey fiddle. So this monkey fiddle will be grown to maybe 4 feet tall, which will be higher than the height of the bougainvilleas. Then this will be a white flowering bougainvillea. This will be grown to about 4.5 to 5 feet tall. This is another monkey fiddle, which I will be keeping it at the height of the wall. Then there are more Duranto golds. And then this is a bright pink flowering bougainvillea plant. So this is a bit taller than I intend to keep it. So I plan to take this down to maybe 4 feet tall. As it is at the moment, it's about 5 feet tall. Now, this is the computer model of what this flowers bed will look like once the flowers are fully mature. So these will be some yellow flowering Ixora plants. So these are the intermediate Ixoras, and I'll be growing these to the height of this wall. Now, this is the computer model of what this flowers bed will look like. Now, these bougainvilleas are already fully mature, so I won't be doing a computer model of what this will look like. However, within certain seasons of the year, these flower quite plentifully and all different colors. At this time, there is hardly any color, but during certain months of the year, it flowers quite heavily, and it's really beautiful at that point in time. So this has already reached full maturity. Now, this is also a flowers bed with some large Ixoras, which have already reached the stage of maturity. At the end of it is one big bougainvillea plant. So I won't be doing a computer model of what this looks like, since this is already fully mature. Then there is this flowers bed with red Ixoras. These are not yet fully mature. So this is the computer model of what this will look like when these plants are fully mature. Now, this is the final flowers bed we'll be looking at in this video. So at one side to my left, there is Duranto gold at the front, and then there is the Green Island ficus at the back. This side, which is to my right, I have it switched over, so I have the Green Island ficus on the outside or at the front, and the Duranto gold at the back. Now, this flowers bed, the flowers are not fully mature, however, they are quite close to being fully mature. So this is the computer model of what it will look like once it's fully mature. So we have come to the end of this video. So as promised, I took you through the state of maturity of the flowers in my flowers beds. I have also shown you computer models of what they will look like. And as I promised, now I'll be giving quarterly updates going forward as to the state of maturity. And then at the end of the year, God's willing, another update and a comparison of what it looked like at the start of the year and what it looks like at the end of the year. So I want to thank each and everyone for watching. If you like my video, please to like, share my content, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.